I like to think that I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of DSP gaming videos over the last roughly 20 years. Out of all of those videos, ladies and gentlemen, I think this video is the saddest. After spending anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 easily on all the equipment over the last roughly 2 years, Phil Burnell, DSPGaming, he has hit level 99 basically. He has hit that wall. He is now Uber DSPGaming, and he wants to show us everything that he has bought. The sad thing is that he actually thinks that buying the top tier equipment, that having 10,000 monitors, having 60,000 computers. Yes, I'm being a little bit sarcastic there. Having, 2 microphones, having 2 keyboards, having 2 mouses. He thinks this is actually going to make him the best gamer overall. And that's just pretty sad. Okay, let's get to this. 3, 2, 1.
Folks, I think it is time. Are you ready? It is time for my studio tour.
Okay, Phil, let's do the studio tour. But by the way, because of this being such a momentous occasion, this is something that Phil can only do once, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, because he now, in his own words, he has the best stuff. He has the most lightweight controller. He has the best mouse. He has the best monitors. He has the best computers. Because all this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity for him. He wouldn't have it any other way without his prized bison sweater vest, whatever you want to call it.
I'm excited to show you my setup. I really am. I think that you're going to get a kick out of it. If you have questions when we're going to do this, obviously, let me know. And, let's see what we're going to do. Okay? Cool. All right, let's go. Let's do the studio tour, folks. Ready for this? It's going to open up right now. Feast your eyes.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is what roughly 2 years of hard work has equaled out for Phil. Keep in mind, he could have had all of this over a year ago if he did not waste his money on WWE champions, DoorDash, and gin, basically.
On what I see every day. Are you ready? All right. So what you're seeing here is basically what I see when I'm streaming games.
You have a multiple monitor setup. Congratulations, Phil. You moved on to like 2019, 2020-ish. Congratulations, Phil. You finally caught up. Considering that Phil Burnell is supposed to be someone who claims that he's basically the pulse of the gaming universe, and that he is, the bread and butter of YouTube and everything. You would think that he would have already had something like this, but no. He could not have anything like this because, like I already said, he is known for wasting his money. He's known for wasting his money. If he was actually smart, which he's not, but if he was actually smart, he would have actually been able to, he would have been able to have all of this. All of this. He would have had this already 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. If he knew how to be more sound with his finances.
The only difference between what you're seeing right now and what I'm doing right now as I podcast is my ultra-wide monitor that's sitting on the left is moved all the way to the left directly in front of that webcam that you're seeing, okay? But outside of that, this is exactly how it looks when I'm streaming games, okay? So I guess moving from left to right, all right, and I have my mouse here.
This is so cringe. That's what this is. This is so cringe. The reason he's doing this, ladies and gentlemen, it isn't to try and show how he's trying to make his product better. It's basically him trying to thumb his nose at all his critics. Oh yeah, well, you think I'm a failure? Look at this, guys. I got 2 lights in the background that can light me up. I have one, I think I have like 2 cameras in there somewhere. I know he has 1 camera, but 2 cameras, 2 monitors. Everything is duality with this guy. Have you noticed that? 2 lights, 2 monitors, 2 keyboards, 2 monitors, well, I don't want to say that's 2 desks because it's an L-shaped desk. Literally everything is duality with this guy. It's like 2 of everything. Now I can understand having like really like having 2 monitors, but why do you need 2 keyboards? Well, maybe it's because he has that 1 computer. Who cares? But back to what my original argument is, he's not doing this and trying to be like, hey guys, I'm investing in the business, even though that's what he tries to act like. He's not doing this to invest in the business to give you the best content possible. No, he's literally doing this as a way to try to show it off to Kino, to Asmongold, to side scrollers, to Tevin, to his detractors, hell, even to his parents. He's trying to say, look guys, I'm a big time guy now. But sadly he's not, because everything he has here, he didn't get it via hard work, ladies and gentlemen. He did not get it via hard work. He got it from begging. He begged his viewers for money, time in and time out. If he really wanted to do what was best for his business, he would have actually been able to do this back when he was talking to Kino.
Here, so I can actually point to everything and point it out for you. Let me explain everything that I'm actively using in my current setup. First of all, as you can see, this is my new L-shaped desk that everything is sitting on. I bought the perfect desk. It is exact.
Except you now have to squeeze your gut in like I would, You'd have to kind of compress your body just to get in and out of that little setup, because you were too stupid. Phil, you were too stupid to actually take a few days off if need be, clear out that room and put that monstrosity next to a wall. You literally have to off to the side to be able to get out. Yeah, sure thing, Phil. It's a perfect desk.
Exactly the right size for what I'm doing. If I had bought a bigger desk or smaller desk, it wouldn't have worked.
You did buy it. That desk is too big for your setting, Phil. You even said it yourself when you were putting it together. You said, oh my God, I think this is too big.
I actually got the perfect desk, okay? So on the left-hand side, what do we got? This is my Sansui 34-inch ultra-wide curved monitor. It is on.
This is so cringe. People who are successful do not need to rub it in to everybody, what they have. They are able to put a good product out without needing to tell everybody, hey, this monitor is this, and this computer is this, and this keyboard is that, and that trash can down there that I throw my cum rags, that's that. They don't have to do that. They can simply just put out a good product without needing to beat it over your head by, what the specs are.
Webcam that they sell, and I've been using that for just under a year, okay? That one actually can maneuver. You have software where you can actually aim it. You don't have to use your hand or whatever. It actually moves. It's on like a moving, like a turret thing there, and you can aim it up, down, left, right, any direction in the room. Behind it, I have a Newer, it's called Newer, Neweer, key light, and I have that directly behind the webcam on another tripod, okay? That key light actually syncs with my phone, and I use an app to adjust it. In front of me, we got a wireless Logitech keyboard and a wireless Logitech mouse, and of course, a big French bread and a croissant.
Stupid. Once again, this is cringe. That word I'm probably going to use a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Cringe, because that's what this is. People don't like these type of videos. Why? Because the people who cannot afford this, they get a little bit discouraged because they're seeing somebody lord over them what they have when they're basically struggling. when they're struggling to make ends meet and they want to see a person just play games, have a fun time. No, they have to watch somebody be like, hey, guys, look at all the stuff I have. Don't you wish you had it? When in reality, this guy, he didn't get this stuff by saving money from a grueling job that he has. For example, let's say working in a mill. No, Phil Burnell, he begs for money. And he's acting like this is some sort of flex. No, this is cringe, Phil. This is cringe. The only thing sadder than this goddamn video is that hair dye job that he's doing.
Okay. Under there is actually a Logitech desk pad, which is very nice. It's basically a big mouse pad, but you put it.
How does that help the business, Phil? In fact, how is having that? How is this going to help your business? Because you played games already. You played games already with this whole new setup. You were claiming that this setup was going to be the best ever setup that you know because it was like no leg in the monitors and all that shit. But you're still garbage at games, Phil. How is this going to help the business? Answer is it's not. Because once again, this is just your proverbial little rich kid flashing or flexing stuff that he gets. He has absolutely no idea how this can be used to help his business.
On your desk, and it's good because you can move your mouse anywhere you want.
Oh my god! Oh my god, did you hear that, guys? Did you hear that? He can move his mouse wherever he wants. He can, oh my god, why? I wish I could just, oh, that's right, I can. And I don't even have a goddamn mouse pad.
You're not limited to one mouse space. And it also keeps the desk nice and organized. So I really like that.
Yeah, just look at that other side over there with all that crap on it.
Okay, moving to the right. This is my microphone. This is the Shure MX. Let me think about this. MX. What the hell is my microphone?
He couldn't even do any research before this. He could not do any research before this, ladies and gentlemen. No. What does he do? What he could have done was before he got online, he could have literally pulled out a notepad on his computer. And he could have literally gone to Amazon and looked up everything that he bought. Okay, so I got this monitor, this microphone, this keyboard, this, he could have literally done all that. But no, he has to act like the clown that he is and not know what it is that he bought.
It says it's the MV7 Plus. I thought it was an MX. It's not.
He could have literally just said that it's a Shure mic. Nobody's going to care because nobody except for one or two wheelchair, people and trolls, detractors, and LARPers. They're the only ones who's ever going to see this. Phil has literally chased off the chance for anyone that is not a detractor, a dent, a troll, or a LARPer. He's chased off everybody. Let's not screw around and think that he has a future. He doesn't. He has no future. Every time he's had a chance to grasp the future, he constantly just basically throws it away. Every chance somebody has thrown him a dime, he has basically abused it to the point that they don't want to deal with him anymore. Most recent example, Wings of Redemption. That's actually the most recent, but there's also Asmongold.
MV7 Plus. Okay, I've been using this microphone for just under a year. I think I got it in January, and it's great. Now I'm using it as an XLR microphone as opposed to I used to use it as a USB microphone. And as you can see, that is attached to this Shure microphone boom arm. I tried 3 or 4 boom arms earlier this year that were cheap. They were all garbage. This is the only one I have that's great. It's super duper maneuverable, very durable, very steady. I love it. I recommend it. Okay.
Well, if he recommends it, I suggest you don't get it. You do not get it if he recommends it, because this guy, he is like the anti-advertisement. You want a game to crash, send him a demo copy or send him a promotional copy or whatever it's called.
Now, moving on to the right, okay? This is the Roland Bridgecast. This is what I've been using for the past several days. This allows me to do so much with my audio. First of all, it allows me to make this microphone an XLR microphone, which means it's just so much better quality. I was able to tweak the whole equalizer for it. I was able to add a compressor, do a noise.
How does a compressor work, Phil? How does the equalizer work? Can you actually tell your viewers like how these things actually help you in the long run? How does it help your business, Phil? You're just throwing out little terms that you probably read on the Amazon reviews. What does a compressor do, Phil? What does a filter do? What does the gateway do, Phil? Can you tell us actually what the important specs are of your microphone? Can you tell us what the specs are of your monitors, Phil? Can you tell us anything other than what the name of it is and in generic terms? I don't think you can. Now, I know you're going to say, well, Jeff, can you? And no, I can't. But I also don't go around saying, hey, look at my huge master setup here. I just put out the content that I like. I'm not going to fucking drag people down and try to act better than because I was able to get this setup because I begged people for money. No.
Enhancer, so many different things. The music you're listening to in the background right now is through the...
Which is fucking annoying. People have been telling Phil for the last 3 days, the music's annoying. But Phil, being Phil, he's like, what? It's annoying? Oh, let me keep it up.
Nice. Okay. How useful this device is. And the thing is, I never really had a good audio interface before. This has changed things for the better. You know what I'm saying? So I recommend it fully. It's really awesome. Anyway, so that Bridgecast is plugged into 1 million devices. It's plugged into this microphone. It's plugged into my speakers over there, which I'll show you later from a different perspective. It's plugged into my headphones that are to my right. It just controls all the audio in my studio. Okay? Directly below that is a trash can. How exciting.
Out of all he spent at least between 5,000 to 10,000 for everything you see here. 5,000 to 10,000. He could not buy a garbage can that looks a little bit better. This literally looks like something that they give inmates in Alcatraz. Hey, here's your piss bucket for the day. That's what literally what that looks like. It looks like a piss bucket. It doesn't look like a garbage can. It literally looks like something that you would take a piss and a shit in when your toilet's back. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, I take it back. I take it back.
This trash can where I throw trash. And if you're wondering, what the holy hell is this right here? This is where the old leg of my old laptop desk used to be for over 10 years. Okay? So because of that, it basically has made a crazy indentation in my rug, my carpet. I would need to like deep clean my carpet to probably fix that, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But
why not just vacuum clean it? Why not just vacuum clean it? Oh, that's right. You're too fucking lazy to vacuum clean, Phil.
Now I probably can because I actually have like space. So
yeah, can you imagine him trying to get a large rug cleaning device in that room? He can only open that door so far, and then he has to squeeze his way through. Can you imagine him trying to pull in a rug cleaner? No, that's never going to happen. That floor, ladies and gentlemen, that floor will never see a rug cleaner as long as Phil Burnell owns that townhouse or condo or whatever the fuck it's called.
Probably clean that up. Okay, so moving to the right, I guess we'll start up top. This is another newer key light. This one is for when I'm doing the gameplay now. And again, this key light sits directly behind this webcam. And sadly, this key light didn't come with a wireless adapter or anything. Or no, this one had the wireless adapter. That's right. So I use a controller actually to control that key light. I wish I could use this for the other key light, but that one didn't come with a wireless adapter, so it doesn't sync with this darn thing. So it's kind of annoying. Like, one key light I have to use an app, and one key light I have to use a controller. Anyway, so this webcam that we're looking at right now, this is the old Instalink webcam. So this is not the newer model. This is the old one from like over a year ago. It's similar to this one, but it doesn't have... I think that there's something about the sensors a little different, but it's still awesome. It maneuvers, it turns, it allows you to have all these cool features, it auto-adjusts. By the way, both of these webcams have AI in them. So you could enable the AI, and the AI follows you around the room. I was using this at one point, but then I realized I didn't really need it. It wasn't really doing.
If you don't need it, why did you end up buying it then, Phil? I'm pretty sure the big selling point for those webcams is the AI. Hey, here's AI. Make the most out of these webcams using the AI. What is the point of having a webcam that most likely is dependent on, the big selling point is AI if you're not going to use it? You could have literally just got a high quality standard webcam then. But no, this is DSP Gaming. This is DSP Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Phil doesn't want your standard stuff. Phil believes that only the best, he deserves the best. And for that, it has to be the most expensive webcams with the biggest gimmicks. Even though he just said he doesn't use take those webcams to use it for their full advantage. But then again, this isn't really that shocking because that stupid little sound mixer that he has, he openly said that he wasn't going to be using some of those things either. I swear to God that Phil is the type of person that, if he could, if his car ran out of gas, he would be like, you know what, car's out of gas, let's just go buy another car. And then another car. And then another car. Because ultimately he does not have value for what he buys. He doesn't care about the value of what he buys. He doesn't respect, anything. I bought this $500 webcam. I'm not saying it's 500. I'm just saying, for example, I bought this $500 webcam. It comes with this, it comes with this, it comes with this, it comes with this, and it comes with this. I'm not going to use any of that. I'm just going to use it as a webcam. He's a spender. That's all he is.
That much. So it was actually starting to have errors and stuff. So I turned it off. And since I turned it off, I think it's been fine. If I need to adjust, I just auto adjust, or I use my the manual software to do it. So you don't really need the AI. This is the Blue Yeti microphone that I just recently purchased so that I can do voice communications while I'm gaming. So basically, this microphone right here is meant just for commentary, whether it's on a gameplay, whether it's a podcast, whatever. That plugs into my actual.
Now, I may be wrong, which, I admit there are times I'm wrong. But I've heard people say that Phil could have actually worked his normal commentary microphone. He could have used that to also be his commentary microphone and the gameplay microphone for that Arc Raiders game. I'm not sure if it's actually true, but if it is, this is just another example then of him spending money without researching the project.
Capture and streaming PC, which you can see over here, and you'll see that in a better shot later, okay? This microphone isn't plugged into that. It's plugged into this PC in the background. That is my gaming PC, okay? So this one is for me to communicate with people when I'm playing games online. For example, right now I'm playing Arc Raiders. And as I play Arc Raiders, I need to talk with people with the proximity chat, and that's what this microphone is for, okay? Moving on, we got a pair of sunglasses. Don't ask me why I have them in my office. I guess so every once in a while I could do this.
Ah, so you can look like a horse's ass. Okay, yeah. Congratulations, Phil. You look like a horse's ass. Congratulations, Phil.
But I don't think I really need them in here. I should probably put them in my car. They're Ray-Bans.
Once again, he has to give the name, the Ray-Bans. You see how much of a success I am, guys? I'm wearing Ray-Bans. I got this over here. I got that over there. I'm a big success. Keep in mind, I have to beg for money from mentally stunted individuals, but I'm still a big man. I'm still big time. I'm as big as Mr. Beast.
Anyway, some nice aviators, okay? And then actually right in front of those are my reading glasses that I've had for a bit, but I actually am getting a better pair because what I want to do is I want to get a pair of reading glasses that if you look on the top, they're basically normal, but then if you look on the bottom, they're magnification.
Why the fuck are you telling us this, Phil? Why are you telling us this? How are your bifocals, how are they going to help the business? No, you're trauma dumping, Phil. Your eyesight is going. Therefore, you must make it your viewer's problem. That's basically all it is, Phil.
And I ordered them and they're coming soon. So these are just kind of like old basic reading glasses, but I got better ones coming. Okay. So this here is my MSI QD OLED monitor. It's 32 inches, 4K, 240 hertz. It's sick. All right. It's the best monitor I've ever owned. Really.
I'll make you a bet. I'll make you a bet within 2 years, he's going to throw all this stuff out and he's going to claim that it was never the best. Because he's a consumer. Ultimately, that's all he is. He's a consumer. He could literally go to Amazon, see whatever the 5-star rated thing is, think that that's the best, and he will buy it. He never does research. He never does research.
Looks amazing. The colors are so crisp and clear and just amazing. So that's what I use on a daily basis to game.
How is that going to help the business, Phil? How is monitor crispness going to help the viewer when they can't fucking see it?
On what kind of game I'm playing and how I want it to.
The Greed Goblin. Oh, I like that. I like that name.
Be, it's fully adjustable.
Greed. Greed is massively strong. I can't fucking help myself. When was the last time you heard that one, ladies and gentlemen?
So awesome. Here, I have some electronic cloths to wipe down the OLED or to wipe down the Sansui from moving them around if I get fingerprints or whatever on them. Here's just a whole bunch of crap. Remote controls for the fan in my room. You might see it back here. This is a tower fan that I actually have.
That's not really part of his studio. He can literally at this point basically say, hey, I got carpet. I got walls. I got a door. None of the stuff that he's talking about right now actually has jack shit to do with his recording at all. He is literally just trying to, lord over everybody what's in this room. It's fucking sad, Phil. You're sad. You're sad, Phil. This is cringe.
In front of my window, those are my blackout curtains back there. So this is blowing air in the room constantly. So I got a controller for that. I have a ceiling fan you can't see here. So I have a controller for that. I got a Swiss Army knife,
I told you this was going to be the saddest video you'd ever see. And I'm fucking right.
There's just different things here. This right here, you're like, why does he have a cable going across his desk here? That's my headphone wire. So if I don't have that, obviously I can't use my headphones. I have like one wire running across the desk and it's really not avoidable. This right here is the Razer Wolverine Pro 8K wireless PC controller. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. I love it. It's the lightest weight controller I think I've ever used in the modern era. It feels great. It's got great grips.
Didn't he have a controller that he bought less than a year ago that had LEDs? He claimed that was the best ever controller that he ever had. And then the controller went to absolute shit and you never see it anymore.
The buttons are responsive. The thumbsticks are great. I don't have a single complaint about it yet. Battery life is outstanding. So there you have it. That's what I'm using right now for my controller. Okay. What do we got here? This is a Asus ROG keyboard. Gaming keyboard. What's the model? I don't even know. Do you want me to find out? Hold on.
This is where doing research would have really come in to help him, basically. But no, this is Phil Burnell. He feels that wasting your time, wasting my time, wasting everybody's goddamn time, he feels that it's his right to do that, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't even know what it is. I don't even fucking know what it is.
It's the Asus ROG Azoth. A-Z-O-T-H. Oh, the camera's deleting the box. Hold on. The Asus ROG Azoth. Okay? I haven't even used it yet. I'm going to use it, obviously, when I do keyboard and mouse gaming, whether it's Call of Duty or whatever else I play with, but I haven't even used it yet. I'm literally just sitting there. Okay? So, and yes, it has RGBs, but I didn't get
And that's why he got it. Not because it's going to help him, step his game up. No, it has lights. That's what 99% of the stuff that he bought. It isn't because it could actually make him a better gamer, which would never happen because he's DSPGaming and he has, showed on a constant basis over the last 20 years that he's not good at gaming. No, he didn't buy this to help himself at all. No, he bought it because the lights can turn pink to purple to blue and green and everything in between.
it for that. It was highly rated, and it was on sale. Okay? Let's continue. Okay, my mouse, as you can see right there, is the Razer Viper V2 Pro, I believe. This is the lightest mouse I have ever freaking used in my life. It is lightweight as hell. It has like 0 weight to it, but it has a super long life battery. It was rated incredibly highly for gaming. So that's what I'm using now as my mouse. Again,
Why is it rated so highly rated, Phil? What is it about the mouse that makes it so highly rated? Can you tell us, Phil, besides the generic shit you read off of Amazon? Well, it has a long lasting battery, dude. That's why it's so. No, tell us why it's so good, Phil. Can you tell us why it's good?
haven't even used it for a game yet. So I don't know how.
So he's basically using a top tier gaming mouse as your standard mouse. And is anyone shocked?
Well it's going to actually play in a game, but there you go. So I have the setup for when I'm actually going to do PC gaming. I've got high-end hardware now to play. And here we have a bunch of clouds sitting in front of that. Okay, so what you can't see currently in this setup, over here I have a stand on which the headphones are sitting, and that stand is a USB hub. So that has a USB cable like right here, and I'm
Hey guys, you, all of you. This is what a USB cord looks like, guys. Do you know what a USB cord looks like? Well, this is what it looks like. Welcome to 2000, ladies and gentlemen. You now know what a USB cord looks like. I swear to God, it's like it. I swear to God, even if he wasn't meaning to, but he actually is. He literally disrespects everybody just by talking to you. Have you noticed that? Even if he wasn't intending to, everything he's doing here, literally, he's demeaning his audience. Hey guys, you see this cord? This is a USB cord. Hey guys, this is the best mouse ever. Oh, mine, yeah. Phil, can you tell us why this stuff is so good? Top rated, guys. That's why it's so good.
using this to charge all my stuff. So I could charge the headphone, or excuse me, I could charge the controller. I could charge the mouse. I could charge the keyboards, anything. So I just have one cable to do all that. And so there's no mess. Just every once in a while, I'll plug one in, charge it overnight, or charge it during the day if I need to through that hub. So there you go. Okay, so that's just the initial scene of my new setup. We have many different angles to look at, so prepare yourself. So this angle here is essentially what you would see.
And of course, he has pictures of himself on the monitor. Wow. How self-indulgent is this guy? He doesn't have pictures of, well, granted, it's on a it looks like it's on OBS or whatever. But he could have had a picture of like him and Kat, his parents, John Rambo. He could have had pictures of those letters that he once showed during his Christmas video of all the people who sent him letters. He could have had anything other than pictures of himself. But why does Phil have these two fucking ass ugly pictures here? Because in Phil's mind, the only person that Phil cares about is Phil himself.
When I am sitting like this. Okay? So.
Oh, yes, thank you, Phil. Thank you for adjusting your microphone right there and giving everybody that noise. Congratulations. You're an asshole, Phil.
Hold on, now I screwed this up. There we go. So basically, when I am sitting here podcasting, okay, and I'm looking straight forward.
Oh, by the way, whatever happened to that fucking stabilizer thing that he had to have? Didn't he insult a viewer once that basically told Phil, hey, Phil, you don't need that stabilizer device with that microphone or whatever it was? And Phil literally tore into that guy. He basically told that guy, what the fuck do you know about that sort of stuff? And this guy goes, I think the guy actually said, hey, I'm like a sound engineer or something like that. Guess what Phil's not using anymore? And if you are the guy that Phil, and you're watching my video, because I do know that a lot of Phil's viewers do watch my videos. By the way, thanks for leaving a thumbs down. That actually gets me seen in the algorithm a lot more. Thank you. Anyway. To the person who was actually just insulted about being the sound engineer and who questioned Phil, if you're still supporting Phil, congratulations, you're a dent. By the way, did I say that this is going to be the saddest video you ever seen? I'm not talking about myself, of course. I'm talking about because of Phil.
This is what you're going to see. This is exactly what I see in front of me, okay? So, as you can see, there's my keyboard and mouse. There's my microphone in my face. There's the webcam that I'm staring at when I talk to it. The only thing there that's kind of not representative is the screen I had further to the right because it was my gameplay setup. But that screen, again, moves left and right. So all I do is I scoot it over to the left, and it's directly in front of me so I can see your chats when I'm doing podcasting and or vlogging, okay? So you might say, what is all this crap back here? So this is my old setup. This is my old computer desk. It's like 20 years old. It's rusting. It's gross. I'm probably...
Why is it rusting, Phil? I have a computer desk right here that I use that I've had since like 2017, maybe 2016. No rust on it at all. Granted, the top is a little bit chipped up because it's fiberboard. It's, press board or whatever you call it. But it doesn't have any rust on it. What are you doing to your desk to have it be so rusted, Phil?
Probably going to get rid of it. These are my old monitors. That monitor back there is probably about 7 or 8 years old. This one's about 3 years old, but I knocked it off the freaking back of the table and scratches. There's a giant scratch across the screen.
Way to go, idiot. What were you doing that caused it to be knocked off? What did you see? Did you see some porn that you're having another May 1st burst to, Phil? Is that what it was?
No lie. This is how I used to do stuff. So these monitors were facing me, and this is what I used to monitor my stream. My OBS would be on there. So think about this. I'm sitting here, and I'm staring all the way across my office, and back there is a monitor that I'm looking at to take a look at OBS. Folks, I think it is time.
Ah, fuck. I didn't think it was going to do that. Hold on. I was hoping that it would not do that. For some reason, hold on. Let's see if I can fast forward it. I thought it was going to stay where I left it. Hold on. Let's see here.
In the shop, but my capture device is right there.
Okay. So when you saw him literally have to squint his eyes like he was that mole man guy from The Simpsons. Like, it's because his monitor was all the way over there. And I made fucking jokes about how his monitor was like 10 states away from him. This is the fucking proof right here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind, I want to say, keep in mind, this could have all been fixed over a year ago when Phil was getting $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000 a month when he was collaborating with Kino Casino. This could have been all fixed over a year ago. Phil wouldn't have had to have his grandpa glasses on as he was squinting to see what OBS was saying. I can't make this shit up if I even tried, ladies and gentlemen. But no, like I said before, the reason Phil did not do what was the right thing to do is because Phil has a gambling addiction. Not only does Phil have a gambling addiction, Phil has a drinking addiction. Not only does Phil have a drinking addiction and a gambling addiction, Phil has a DoorDash addiction. And Phil likes to act like, well, I would have liked to buy all this stuff, but my detractors were making it hard, so I couldn't. No, Phil, you were making it hard for yourself. You're making it hard for yourself to buy this stuff because your priorities are fucked up.
That's my AverMedia external capture device, where my gaming PC has a wire that goes all the way across the floor, goes in there, and it goes another wire all the way back. It used to go to my TV. Now it goes across the floor to my gaming monitor. So yeah, this is the perspective of when I'm basically vlogging. I'm staring straight forward that direction, and that's what I'm seeing. Okay? So this is now my perspective. Basically, when I'm gaming, I'm turning this way, and I'm working with this monitor. I either use this keyboard and mouse if it's a PC game, or I use the gamepad if it's, a game that I use the pad with. The only thing is, as you saw in the earlier shot, the monitors are very close together. So now when I'm gaming, all I got to do is very slightly look to the left, and I can see all of you guys on chat. So it's insane.
He still has to turn his head, ladies and gentlemen. He still has to turn his head. Me, I have a 3-monitor setup. I have a monitor 1 there, monitor 2 there where my camera is, monitor right there. I don't even have to turn my head. I can just turn my eyes. And it gets the job done. Okay, I was going to show you guys the different monitors. Hold on, let me see here. I just want to make sure everything okay, okay, so here is, let's see if this will work. I'm not sure the settings are still correct. Oh, it's because I can't, because if to show the wait, actually I could. Hold on. There it is. Okay, there's monitor number 1. Let me drag up monitor number 2. It's all about placement when it comes to OBS. Okay, there's monitor number 2. And then there's monitor number 3. I can literally rotate my eyes, and I can see what I'm doing. Phil still has to turn his head.
Insanely easy now to stream like this. It used to be, I used to have a laptop sitting to my left on a laptop desk. So I would be gaming on a TV in the background. There it is. In fact, this is my old TV. You can see it. That's what I used to game on.
Oh my God, it was actually on a wall 10 miles away. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, when Phil would be playing games like, say, Call of Duty, and he was playing on the monitor, which is on the TV, which is in Florida, he was blaming the gamer, everybody else, for him dying. That it was never his fault. Keep that in mind when he's having to literally squint to see what he's doing.
And then I'd have a laptop right here. So I'd be looking here, then looking here, then looking here, then looking here.
This could have been fixed over a year ago. Let me just reiterate. This could have been fixed over a year ago. He is dumping on you all of his, basically his fuck-ups. It was Phil's own ego that caused him, and his pride that caused him to have that old setup. It isn't nobody else's but his fault.
Yeah, not exactly the most ideal situation. So now I have pretty much the ideal situation. Game here, chat here, just boom, boom, boom. Easy to see. Don't have to get whiplash with my neck, okay? So that's my current setup. And just, again, to show you, this is the controller. You can see how everything's set up there. And that's my door to my office. And this is what I've been telling you guys, that I really don't have a lot of space.
Wait a minute, I thought this was the perfect desk. I thought this was the perfect desk, perfect placement. And this goes back to what I originally said. He now has to kind of compress his body. He has to suck in his stomach and everything to get into that spot. If Phil was smart, which he's not, like I said before, if Phil was smart, he would have taken a few days. Hell, even that day that he didn't have the internet for 3 hours due to the flooding that he claims was an inconvenience for him, even though people are dying. He could have literally taken that time to rearrange that room where he does not have to suck his gut in. No, let's just be honest. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. You know why he has that room the way it is. I know why he has the room the way it is. If Kat is there, he wants to make sure she does not enter that room. That's the reason he has not changed that room from the way it used to be to the way it is now. He doesn't want the wife, if she is still there, to literally go into that room.
And what I mean by that is I can't really maneuver too well. Like, the door doesn't open all the way. It barely opens enough for me to fit through the door.
Did he just insult his wife? It sounds like he just insulted his wife. Well, if Phil can't fit through the door, her fucking ass can't fit through the door.
So I am cramped here. That's why, like I said, ideally long term, what I might like to do is move entirely across the room to that wall back there.
He fucking had the opportunity last week when he was ranting and raving about his internet being off. Oh, I didn't have anything I could do, guys. There was nothing I could do because of the flooding. Really, you could have fucking rearranged your room. You could have cleaned the cum stains off of your carpet. You could have used your cell phone and ordered a new garbage can for your to put underneath your desk. Don't act like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm a busy man. And then go about saying you don't have anything to do. You're a fucking hypocrite, Phil.
LED lighting on the ground behind me. That's how I get all my fancy RGB lighting.
I'm not going to really shit that much on the guy due to his wire management, because I know you can't see it. I got a few wires out here myself. Nothing like this, but I do have a few wires and everything. So I'm not really going to rag on him about that. But I'll rag on him about a lot of other stuff.
Might be like, oh my God, I know. There's nothing I can do. I'm literally on. Just think about this. How many devices I have in front of me? 1, 2, 3, 4. The Roland is 5. The Roland goes into speakers. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have about 9.
Why is he doing this? Why is he having to count to everybody how many devices he has? Normally people would never see this. No, this is just his way. This is the snobby kid mentality. The kid who has everything, just basically rubbing it into everybody else. Hey guys, look at what all I have. Don't you wish you had all this stuff?
9 to 10 devices just sitting in front of me that all need cables. Now behind me, I got the RGB lighting. And that has its own set of cables and things that are behind me. How is that going to make you a better gamer, Phil?
Oh, by the way, little trip down memory lane. Does anybody remember when Phil used to shit on streamers who had RGB? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So, how do I play console games? I'll explain in a moment, because we're actually going to get to that scene. So, yeah, this is my capture streaming PC. It's on a rolling stand here, so it has space on the ground. It's not just sitting on the floor, on the carpet. It has its own nice stand there. I got a big, what do you call it? Power strip from Anchor here that I plug a bunch of stuff into. All the wires, look, they're all rolling. I have cable management. Like, I have cable ties on all of this to try to keep it together. But, I mean, it's just, it's all over the place, so there's nothing that can really happen, you know? Like what I said, this is very cramped. This is my door to my office to get in. So it only opens halfway, and I squeeze through, and then I have to go.
Like I said, if he took that time. Hold on, I got this pause. I want to just check something, try something that, it's like for me, I'm just curious how it would look. Let's move this right there. There it goes. I'm just curious, how will that look? I'll try it. Okay, there it goes.
Around and to the back of the desk in order to get here. There is zero room here, so I can't get by this way. So I have to go that way, and it is cramped. But once I'm back here, it's very spacious. Like, this is actually way more space than I ever used to have. So it's good once I'm back here. I just have to get back here, and then it's nice. It's comfortable, okay? And there's where I put my thermos. Here it is. That's where I put my thermos, so I have drinks all day. Here's actually a much better look.
How does the thermos help the business, Phil? How does the thermos help you become a better gamer?
At the monitor arms from Bank. I like them. Now that I've got them working, I really like them. But now you can actually see, remember I was telling you guys, circular hole, square mount? This is what gave me such problems. When I was trying to mount this arm to this monitor, it was like a nightmare because it doesn't fit. So I had to get the longer screws in order to have it go into these holes that are like depressed in here to actually get it to finally attach. It was a pain in the ass.
I'm not sure about you, but me, when I bought my monitors and everything that I use for this setup, and I was on Amazon, I actually, I put in, I put in the monitor type that the name of these monitors, and then I put in mounting arms. I'm not sure if it works all the time, but if you type like the brand of monitor and mounting arms, at least for me, Amazon would put up they would give you a list of the mounting arms. I'm pretty sure if Phil did something like that, he would have got a better selection. He would have got a selection of mounting arms that would have been compatible with that monitor.
But I did get it working. Okay. All right. So this now is the remnants of my old setup. So to show you, this is an entertainment center that I have owned since the early 2000s. So yeah, it's been with me over 25 years. I'm not kidding. I've had it that long. This is my Sony TV that I used to game on. Now it's not used. It just sits there. These are the new speakers that I bought. What are they? You guys know what they are. I think it says in the chat.
Speakers? Speakers. I got speakers. I don't know what they're called, but I have speakers. You guys know what they are. Oh, God, I'm getting a fucking headache.
Here. So these are speakers that can either be wirelessly attached via Bluetooth or with an auxiliary cable. I use the aux cable, and they plug into my monitor right now. So that's how I...
Phil is hip. He can say aux cable.
When I'm using headphones, obviously, that's plugging into my Roland Bridgecast here, and that's how I'm getting surround sound for certain games. So this is my gaming PC.
Hey, it's that thing. Remember that thing that Phil bought? Well, he originally claimed that it was gifted to him by a supportive viewer, but it's a computer that he bought himself. Does anybody remember when Phil said that he hated computers because of all the problems, and everything when he first started it up and everything? Pepperidge Farms remembers.
right here. All right. As you can see, very nice looking. RGB's out the butt. Nice, graphics. It's very nice. It's on a stand, so that way it has its airflow and everything. So what do I have here? I actually still have my Wii there. I never put it away. So my Wii is there. This is my Victrix Pro joystick that I use for fighting games. I haven't used it in a while now.
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, going by the previous picture he literally has to get to this portion of his studio. He has to around the desk and everything. Can you imagine how annoying it must be? Like, if you were to work in this room, you would have to literally go through a huge freaking obstacle course to just pick up your joystick. Why? Honestly, why would I not be shocked if, when it comes to, like, say, getting that joystick and everything, that Phil actually gets on his hands and knees and crawls underneath the desk, crawls over and then stands up, grabs what he wants, walks back over, puts it on the desk, gets back down onto his hands and knees and crawls back. Why would I not be shocked if he did something like that?
So I kind of put it up there. Various controllers. That's like an Xbox One controller, and there's a few PS5 controllers there. That's my PS5 Pro. This is my Switch 2. And that's another PS5 controller. I think that's the active one that I'm actually using right now. So,
why is it on the... Why do you have your most active PS5 controller on the lowest shelf when you should have it on the highest shelf? That way you can just quickly grab it and be on your way. Why not have it next to the speakers?
How does this work? So, if I'm going to do PC gaming, this PC via HDMI is plugged into my external capture device, which, again, I showed it way back here. This is my external capture device. So those cords run across the floor and plug in here, and then it runs back to be in my monitor. All right? So all I do is I have another cable running across the floor from the Switch 2 or PS5 Pro, and that cable I would just swap. So today we're going to do Pokemon, right? So I'm going to say, okay, guys, let me go hook up my Switch 2. And I'm just going to walk over to that capture device, unplug the PC, plug in the Switch 2, turn on the Switch 2, and that's how I game like that. So I have one cable that I swap between the PS5 Pro and the Switch 2. And, yeah, that's the setup. What's all this crap? That's like the wireless adapter for this mouse. That's a USB hub that I have because that's the wireless adapter for the Wolverine controller. Again, this is the cord that goes to the Blue Yeti mic. So it's just all various things that have to run across the floor, and there's nothing I can do about those.
This is your hourly reminder that this is the saddest video you're ever going to see.
Pretty complex. Oh, by the way, I should walk you through this. I forgot to walk you through this.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Phil! Holy fucking shit!
We were on this screen. All right, so are you ready? Right-hand side, that's the YouTube chat. That's how I see you guys talking right now. Just to the left of that is the Kick chat. That's how I see you guys talking right now. This is the monitor that looks at all my contributions. So this includes memberships, super chats, subs, resubs, all those kind of contributions. The only thing this doesn't track is tips, and it also doesn't track kicks. It's supposed to, but it doesn't work. It's supposed to track the kicks. I hope eventually it does track the kicks. But right now it doesn't, okay? Here, in this window, I do a ton of stuff. I switch between a bunch of tabs. Right now, that's a currency converter.
This piece of shit is literally just about the money. That's literally what it is. This piece of shit is literally just about the money. It isn't about playing games. No, he would actually have more fun converting the currencies that he gets. Holy fucking shit. You're fucking sad, Phil. You're fucking sad. And he it's like he probably says, "Oh, right here I have my currency converter." Oh my god, you're a fucking joke. You're a fucking joke. No wonder Panda Lee left your ass.
So it looks like someone had actually contributed, and I was converting Swedish krones, probably? Swedish krones to the US dollar. But I use that also to monitor tips as they come in. I get emails when I receive tips. I use that also to do pop-up alerts for tips and things like that, or kicks, things I have to manually do alerts for. I play through there as well. So all of those are sitting right there. This is my OBS that's opened. And so this is me broadcasting in OBS. Okay? And down here, this is my YouTube stream monitor. It's actually not working because the stream wasn't live. But when the stream is live, this shows me how many viewers I have, what the chat rate is, stuff like that. So it basically monitors the stream and tells me the stream health in the bottom left-hand corner, because that's actually my YouTube dashboard right there. All right? So this is now my command center for when I'm streaming. I see
Cringe.
everything there. Now, someone just asked, well, do you also edit? Yeah, this is where I do all my thumbnails. So I have...
I refuse to believe that this piece of shit actually does his own graphics. I refuse to believe that. Where's that fucking pedophile, Derek at? Where's Derek at? We know he's the one that does all this shit.
DaVinci Resolve, is it? Yeah, DaVinci Resolve. And I use that program. I toss my videos into there. I take screen captures. I add text. And that's how I make my thumbnails. And if I need to do any kind of like clipping or video editing, I also use DaVinci Resolve to do that. Yak Almighty says, does the microphone arm ever hit the monitor? Yes and no. Like, it could. But if I leave it at the correct height, I can easily, like right now, I'm maneuvering it back and forth over the monitor, and it's smooth. Only if I do the wrong height will it hit the monitor, okay? But the thing is, that's the beauty of it. This monitor arm is so good, I can make the monitor higher, lower, whatever. And again, this microphone arm is amazing maneuverability-wise, and I can adjust it however.
Oh my god, I can move my well, I can move my monitors also. But I can move my microphone arm. Oh my god.
I want. So it's pretty much a really awesome setup for adjustments. All right, so there you go. That is my setup. Thousands of dollars of stuff. All right.
Between 7,000 and 10,000, or 5 and 10,000, depending on, you know, who you ask. I'm willing to say it's more than 10,000 because of the fact that how many things Phil has bought over the last 2+ years to make everything better that he's ended up either throwing away or it gets put into that closet to never be seen again.
And a lot of work in the background there. This is the clock I was telling you guys about. I have this Pac-Man digital clock. I've had it for 100 years, and I now use it to kind of like tell time during my streams. I still have my Tekken trophy back there. This was the Mashinike controller that I tried to use on PC earlier this year, and I had to stop using it because it wasn't working with.
Isn't that the one that had all the little LEDs that he RGBs that he fucking spurred out about?
Half the stuff. Oh, by the way, you can see my RGB lighting. That's a strip of RGB lights in the background there. There's actually a strip that goes all the way behind my TV.
Clearly, that's going to save the business, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is. You can see them. That's the RGBs behind my TV over there. So basically, the entire edge of my office, they see, is lined with RGBs, and they all sync. So they're all going, like right now, they're all doing this Christmassy theme, which is really cool. And I change it every day. I theme it.
It's cool, ladies and gentlemen. Can't you see it's cool? This is childlike, Phil. You're literally a child.
To games that we're playing, I theme it to the season or the holiday, and it's a pretty dope setup. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is
Please never say dope again.
light years ahead of anything I ever had. I never expected I would ever have anything like this. It's so cool, and now that
Phil could have had this over a year ago. Don't let him fool you like, oh, I could have never had this until now. He could have had it already.
set up, all right? But now that it's set up, it's beautiful. I don't really have to do much work at all anymore. This microphone, I'm probably never going to really be tweaking it much anymore. I've messed with it a bunch. The music is working now. The monitors are good and in place. Everything's good. Like I said, I can't even think of another thing that I could really improve right now besides moving across to that wall over there, but I'm definitely not doing that anytime soon. I just...
That would imply physical labor. You forget who this is.
Want to enjoy the setup that I've created for myself now and just, you know, live life, love games, chill, stream, and have a good time with all you guys.
Phil doesn't love games. That's a fucking lie. I will call his ass out right now. He's fucking lying when he says he loves playing games.
Every day. And again, I want to say thank you all so very much. It was you that made this possible through your engagement, through your support, through your positivity.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is nothing but a glorified masturbation session. That's all this is. He is literally doing the whole prayer hands and saying thank you because he knows that if he didn't, people would be just shitting on him for being the pretentious little prick that he actually is.
It was a long time coming. It was a long, hard road to get here. And now I have the ideal.
Oh, by the way, he could have had a really good setup 10 years ago when he was getting machinima levels of money. But no, Phil couldn't do that. He had to buy statues. He had to buy toys. He had to buy shit tons of video games. He had to buy video game systems. He had to go on vacations to, or not vacations, but go get high price hotel rooms when he went to go do his little shows. He could have had all of this 15 years ago. Don't let him act like, oh my God, I'm so struggling. Small-time content creator that I'm finally reaching up big and I'm finally being seen for what I really am. No, Phil, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar, Phil. You could have had this all the way back when you were signed with Machinima. Don't fucking lie. We can see it when you're lying.
Set up for what I want to do, and I'm pumped. I'm pumped for the future, man. I really am. I'm so excited for all the content and all the streams that we're going to make together. It's going to be sweet stuff, man. All right? Good stuff.
And thank fucking God this video is fucking over. Holy shit. Like I said, this is the saddest. I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of videos either from DSPGaming or from detractors. This is the saddest shit I've seen forever. It is literally a 43-year-old spazzing out about what he got via begging. Nothing he got right there was hard earned. He didn't deserve any of what you just saw. He has to beg for every little cent that he gets. Where's the pride in that? And the answer is there is no pride. There is no pride, ladies and gentlemen. Just a 43-year-old motherfucker begging for money. The only difference is now he has a monitor with a dedicated section for his currency converter.